In the heart of this vibrant community, a church was born 25 years ago. Today, we come together to celebrate a remarkable journey of faith, unity, and service. As we reflect on the past, let us express our gratitude toward God and each other for the blessings that this church family has experienced over the years. "25 years ago, Pastor Steve and his wife Lisa, along with their two daughters, Jessica and Julie, moved to North County in faith as they answered the call God had placed on their hearts to start a church. With a heart full of hope for what God would do and a small moving truck, they drove from Tennessee to Oceanside, not realizing all that God would do. Not really knowing anyone or having a place to gather, Pastor Steve began to knock on doors, inviting people to a new church in town. God blessed the hard work and faith of this young pastor and new church. Over the next 25 years, Coastline would meet in hotel conference rooms, living rooms, and business complexes. God has consistently shown us that church is not about buildings and spaces, but rather the impact on people's lives that truly matters.
We've been coming to Coastline for nearly 25 years now. I think the church was 3 months old when we started coming. Walked in the doors unsaved with an unsaved family. None of us knew the Lord. And since then, we've all been saved and baptized. Now we're all destined for an eternity with Christ.
We have been coming to Coastline for 16 years, and when we first moved down here, I was looking for a church, and then we came to Coastline and liked everything, especially the preaching and Pastor Chapel. And so it was kind of a no-brainer. This is where we wanted to come.
We came and Pastor preached his sermon, and I just cried the whole service. Like, I just knew God wanted us to be there. I turned around, I looked at Andre, and I was like, this is where we need to be. This is where our kids need to be.
One of the biggest joys of life is growing spiritually, and you certainly can do that here at Coastline.
My favorite thing about Coastline is seeing my whole family worshiping together.
Sunday's my favorite day, and that's because we're fed on the Word and we grow, we're blessed, we're challenged, and we need that.
Quite honestly, without the Lord in our lives and the people of Coastline, I don't know where we would have wound up. That's what Coastline has brought for us, really, belonging, sense of belonging, and I was going to say community, but deeper than community.
Our journey has been one of growth and transformation, not just within these walls, but throughout our community and the world. Over the years, we have touched countless lives, sharing love and hope with those who are far from Jesus. God has blessed our collective efforts, allowing Coastline to be a beacon of light in a world often overshadowed by darkness.
To our Coastline family, I just want to say thank you for being consistent, for being willing to put your time, effort, money into seeing our church grow before we were here and now that we are here for future generations.
Being here from the beginning, I've seen it all. Every little story, every little check that came in just when it was supposed to. God has always been faithful.
To the Coastline family, I love you guys like my own family. I'm so grateful.
I think we have to be careful that we don't ever take this for granted, because you can't just go anywhere and find a Coastline church.
I want to say thank you to Pastor and Mrs. Chappell for being consistent, for following God's will, and hopefully there's another 25 years with you.
Pastor and Lisa, we couldn't ask for more for a pastor and his wife, and we love them dearly.
And I'd like to say to Pastor and Miss Lisa, thank you so very much for your dedication to the Lord, and then how that has extended to us as the congregation of Coastline.
Today, we celebrate not just the existence of this church, but also the lives transformed, the souls comforted, and the families restored for the sake of Christ. As we stand on the threshold of our future, we still embrace the shared vision that led us here and that will guide us into the years to come. Our journey has been significant, but God has much more for us to achieve as we carry our faith and His light forward. Our shared commitment is to cultivate a vibrant spiritual home rooted in love, compassion, and the gospel. We aim to deepen our spiritual understanding, nurture the next generation, and expand our outreach efforts to bring healing and hope to even more lives. As we celebrate 25 years of unwavering faith, let us embrace the future with hope, knowing that our journey has just begun. Together, we will continue to share the life-changing gospel message with our community, guided by the unshakable foundation laid by those who came before us. On this remarkable milestone, we recommit ourselves to serve God and each other, not just for another 25 years, but into eternity.